Good afternoon, fifth grade. So today we are going to be multiplying decimals, and if you look at the Agba chart in the front of the room, for multiplying decimals, there is no need to line up that place value. We're going to place the number with the most digits on top, because multiplication is like addition, where you can flip the numbers around and you will get the same sum or the same product in that case. And so we're going to do some different problems today. Some of the problems we will be using from page 50. You do not need page 50, but you do need a piece of graph paper. If you need additional graph paper during the lesson, you know where to go. Just go and pick it up right over there next to the sink. As much graph paper as you need. So some of the problems you're going to see today look like this, where it says 2 copies of 4/10. Well, when you make a copy of something, that's like multiplying. So all they're saying here is, since you want 2 copies of it, they're saying 2 times 4/10. So you need to write that in standard form as 4/10. So once again, like I said, you're going to put the number that has the most digits. This happens to have 2 digits on top. So we're going to set our problem up like this. And we're going, whoops, apparently I wrote it wrong. Sorry about that. 0 4/10 times 2. So you don't have to line them up, okay? Lining them up will just actually cause you a little bit more confusion. And you did multiplication like this last year, okay? We're going to pretend the decimal place is not even there. We're going to ignore it until we're finished. So first, we're going to multiply this 4 by 2. 4 by 2 is 8. Put down your 8. And then we're going to multiply 0 times 2, which would be 0. And then last but not least, the way that we put a decimal place in is we simply take a look at how many decimal places there are in your factors. We know these should be factors. This is called product. So if I look, there is a 10th place here. There are no decimal places in the whole number 2. So that means, since there's a 10th here, I need a 10th place here, which would be this number, and that's where my decimal happens to go in. Okay? You might see something like this that says 4 groups of 500ths. So that means 4 times, and I need to write 500ths. Once again, if you're not sure how to write 500ths, use that place value chart to get the right number. So I am noticing that 500ths has 3 digits, so I'm going to put that on top. So my problem is going to look like this. We don't line up for multiplication. You pretend the decimal place is not there. You multiply just like you learned last year. So I'm going to do 5 times 4 first. 5 times 4 is 20. In this case, you can't put a 20 there. So I'm going to put a 0 down. I'm going to carry that 2, but we're going to be adding that 2 on. So 0 times 4 is 0, because I'm doing this one now. And then I need to add on that 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 times 4 is 0. So right now, that's what my number looks like. So now I got to figure out my decimal places. Let's look at the first factor. I have a 10th place and a 100th place. So that's 2 places. I have no decimal places down here. So I need to have a 100th place. So this would be a 10th and a 100th place. My decimal goes right there. My product is 0 and 20 hundredths. Or 0 and 2/10. That's equivalent as well. All right, let's do another one. Let's do this problem. 4 times 679 thousandths. Whoops, sorry, couldn't see it. Once again, this right here, has more digits. 1, 2, 3 digits. This one only has 1. Therefore, this is going to go on top. Now I'm looking at multiplying. So I have 9 times 4. This is where knowing your facts really helps you a lot. 9 times 4 is 36. The 6 is going to go down. I'm going to carry that 3. Next, I'm doing 7 times 4, which is 28. Add on 3, which is 31. The 1 goes down, 3 goes up. Finally, 6 times 4 is 24. Add on 3 is 27. Now, a lot of 5th graders want to immediately put that comma in there. This is not 2,000 at all, not even a little bit. We've got to look at those decimal places. Because think about it, if a decimal wasn't there, it'd be 6 times 4, which is around 24. Well, let's see what our actual product is. This one has a tenths and a hundredths place. So it has 2 places, hundredths. This one has no places, so that means I'm going to need 2 decimal places, hundredths and tenths. Right there's where my decimal goes. So my product is 27 and 16 hundredths. Remember what I said? 6 times 4 is about 24. Well, 27 is pretty close to that. All right, we're going to do one more together. Let's do 3 times 20 and 175 thousandths. Wow, that looks like a biggie. So pretending the decimal's not there, 3 times 20 is 60. So we know our answer is going to be about 60. So let's see if that holds true. This one has more digits, going with 5 digits. 20 and 175 thousandths times 3. Notice how I write a number in each space using the graph paper properly. So I'm going to start with this 5 times 3. This is where knowing your 3 facts helps. 15, put the 5 down, carry the 1. Next, 7 times 3 is 21. Add on that 1, 22, put the 2 down, carry the 2. We got to keep going. 1 times 3 is 3. Add on 2 is 5. Put the 5 down. Nothing to carry there. 0 times 3 is my next one, which is 0. And finally, 2 times 3. And I've done every number times that 3. 2 times 3 is 6. But we're not finished. Right now, it looks like 60,000. But remember, our estimate was about 60. So let's look at our decimal places. 1, 2, 3. Which means I have thousandths up here. No decimals here, so it means I need thousandths in my product. So here would be my thousandths, my hundredths, my tenths. Right there is our decimal. Look at our estimate. 60, it's about 60. When you say that it's about 60, certainly. All right, so boys and girls, you're going to complete your exit ticket today. Your exit ticket is digital. Please use graph paper in order to solve the problem. This is not something that you're doing in your head. The substitute will let you know the other things to do when she posts the slide of the must do, may do. Take your time, use your resources. You do have, if you remember, on the back of your math binder, you have a multiplication table that can help you right on the back of your binder. Don't be afraid to use that if you're struggling with your multiplication facts. Plus, you know, right up on the wall, I have all of the multiples of our numbers 1 through 12.